Guys, I'm back with another video. If you guys want to see how I've created this cute little doggy Christmas card, stay tuned to the video and let's head on into Cricut Design Space. Okay, so first we're going to start by uploading our image that we want to use. Next, I'm just going to resize this to make it a lot smaller. Once I resize it, I'm just going to go over here into shapes and I am going to pick out this square shape. So since we're doing a card, I am going to go up here and I'm going to change the measurements because I do want it to be like a rectangular shape. So when we go to fold the card, it'll be, even on both sides. Once I get my size I need, I'm just going to bring this image forward so I can place it and see where I would want the image to be. I do go back and change the color. You don't have to. It's just optional. I just do it just because I want to be able to have a better view on being able to see what I'm doing when I put my image over my rectangular shape. I am going to try to line this up and resize it just so I am able to see how big I want the dog to be on the card and how far I want it to hang off the side of the card. Okay, so once I have my size the way I want to, I'm just going to click both of these images and drag it to put them together. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom and I am going to weld this image together. Then I'm just going to go back into the shapes and I'm going to pick this line, and it's kind of used for just a score line to show you where you would want to fold your card in half. I do want my card to be like even, so when I fold it, like it's just the dog that hangs over. So I'm just using that as a guide to see where I would want my card to be folded at. Okay, so once I do all that, I'm going to move this and show you how it does once you weld it together. So now you have the line and the shape that will be where your dog image was at. So once you go and cut it, that will be your cut lines. Now we're going to group this together. And now I'm just going to go back and I'm going to line it up to make sure that they fit perfectly together. Also wanted some words, so I'm going to go over to Canva and I am going to make a text to add to the card. You don't have to use Canva. I use Canva because I like their fonts a lot better, and I can kind of rearrange them and put them however way I want to. But if you just want to use Cricut Design Space fonts, then you can just use the ones inside of Cricut Design Space and just skip doing the Canva. But this is how I do mine. So now I'm just going to just type out Merry Christmas, but I do want it to be something cute since it's a little dog on the front. So I decided to come up with Merry Wolfing Christmas. So once I type out that, I'm just going to go over to the fonts and I'm just going to kind of search and find kind of like just a really cute font. Once I get all my fonts picked out, I'm just going to rearrange them and put them the way I want them to set on the card. Now what I did go do, I did go and I kind of like curve the words since it has to go around the dog's head. I'm just going to curve it and I'm just going to kind of add some shadows and backgrounds to make the words kind of pop. That way you can see it better once you put them on the card. Okay, and then you can just choose any color you like. You know, if you want to change your shadow colors, you can do that. I just wanted Christmas colors, so I just kind of did black shadow backgrounds and kind of lifted the image, and I turned kind of the offset all the way down so that way the words doesn't look blurry. And then I just turned the transparency all the way up and it make the letters really pop out. Okay, so now that I have the image, I'm just going to group them all together and I am going to save the image so I can upload it into Cricut Design Space. Once you get your image saved, you're just going to go to your files and you're just going to drag it and drop it into Cricut Design Space. I'm going to choose complex and then I'm going to click continue. And I don't need all the extra around it, so I'm just going to crop it. Then I'm going to apply and continue. And then I'm going to save it as a print, then cut. So I'm just going to click the image and I'm going to add it to the canvas. Once it's on there, I'm just going to resize it and I'm just going to play around with the sizing until I get it to fit on the card and make sure everything looks right put together. Once I get it how I like it, I'm going to move this background and then I'm going to click and I'm going to group both of these images together. I did go back off camera and added a background to it. Now I'm just going to send it over to be made. And I do want you guys to remember to mirror your image. I didn't show me doing that, but once I realized that I didn't mirror it, I did go back and do it off camera. Okay, so now it's time to send it to the printer. Okay, so next we will be loading our mat and we will be using cardstock today. So I'm just going to set my dowel to cardstock. Okay, so now we're at the workstation and we're just going to get this image all cut out. Now I'm just going to grab my heat tape and I am going to just place the image and get it all lined up. I'm going to place a piece at the top and a piece at the bottom. So now I'm going to grab my piece of parchment paper and I'm just going to lay that over the image as we usually do. Now I'm just going to grab the press and I am going to do my press for 50 seconds. Okay, so we're just going to remove the paper and we're going to see what we have. I probably could have made the color a little bit more vibrant if I would have pressed it at a higher temperature, but it still came out pretty good. So we're just going to fold it. And there you have it, guys. We're all done. Now you have your custom Christmas card. Now you can either add a piece of paper on the inside or you can just write directly on the inside of the card. But how do you guys think it came out? I think it came out really cute. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.